Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the general market outlook for the week, whether it's the Bank Nifty, Sensex and rest, after which we'll also take a look at Titan, Hindustan Copper, plus HDFC Bank. I'll look at them in that successive order. Now coming to the general market view, now when we look at the market from a daily perspective or weekly perspective, we see that for the past 2 months we have not moved anywhere. We're going up slightly, down slightly. In the intraday phase, it might look like a lot is going on because let's say 100 points on the Nifty, for example, makes it look like, yes, that's a big move. But when you go to a daily chart, that's nothing. Now, in the coming week, as long as we are within this trend, I expect the same to continue up, down, up, down. However, the leading indicator of everything, I believe, will be the Bank Nifty. This is as it has the mantle, and it's going to decide whether we get out of this range or not. Also, when I take a look at the Bank Nifty on the daily chart, according to me, as long as it is between 56,340 rupees and 57,760 rupees, there is no clean trade that you're going to get. You're not going to get a clean up move, or you're not going to get a clean down move. So that range will continue keeping us bouncing from this side to the other. However, we will only get a clean move if we either break 57,760, as I said, we break below 56,345. Until then, keep trading in a way that, number one, ensures that you get, if you're an option seller, the premium from both sides. Or if you're an option buyer, then do not hold a clean view, as your view will have to change most likely every day or every second day, because it's a box trend and you're trading the intraday space. However, but for the Nifty, Sensex, Fin Nifty, all to move, we will need the Bank Nifty to clearly decide what it wants to do within this range. And this is what you should be watching to get an idea of what the Nifty is going to do next, or what the Sensex is going to be doing next. So that's my general view on the market. And in terms of news, now basically Trump has not announced anything on India, while he's announced, let's say, 30% on European Union tariffs and all. So that's a positive for the Indian market. But I do not understand why everyone is fearing the tariffs so much, as in the longer term, according to me, the only person who's going to lose in this game is America. But there is a fear of it, and since the market is responding to that fear, the fact that we have not been hit by any tariff news is a positive, and I think the market will show that on Monday's trading session. Also, I'm seeing that there is some news about an attack, a surgical attack done on some camps in Myanmar. I have not seen concrete thing. I'm seeing it via small Twitter handles. So as it comes, progresses, we'll get to know what exactly happened, and that will also be influencing the market tomorrow in a large way. So now let's go into the three stocks. As I said, I'll take a look at Titan, then I'll take a look at Hindustan Copper, then I'll take a look at HDFC Bank last. Now, coming to Titan, Titan had a big gap down post the results, as people were not happy with them. But I think it's now got a bit over-exaggerated. And how I look at it personally, I personally have sold puts in it. So I hold PE cells in Titan. And how I take a look at the picture, that as long as Titan is able to hold from the low of this price bar to the support at 3,325, a dead cat bounce can come. So as long as it stays above 3,325, the chance of a dead cat bounce coming and taking it towards 3,470 is pretty good, according to me. If it breaks 3,325, then it's going to be in problem, and it's going to go to 3,250, and then that opens a sort of can of worms for the stock on the bigger picture. But as of now, this is more of a daily short-term infraction which has happened. And as long as it holds 3,325, I will hold my PE cells which I've entered last week. And if a dead cat bounce comes, then I'll even go more aggressive and sell more. Now, if you're basically intraday trader, let's say, or an option buyer, and you're not there to collect premiums from option sellers, like option sellers can. Now, according to me, between 3,325 and 3,470, expect July moves, but as we approach this zone, start getting ready to catch a dead cat bounce. That's how I look at it. And equity investors, Now, for the medium term, I don't think there's anything Titan can offer. But short-term equity investors, let's say someone who wants to buy Titan today and then sell it in, let's say, 5-6 sessions, they're going to get a buying opportunity to go long and to then book profits either at 3,470, 3,520 or 3,580. So that's how I look at it. So I think Titan is a good opportunity coming up for short-term players and option sellers. But we're going to have to see how it handles this zone on Monday and Tuesday. If it manages to hold this zone, a dead cat bounce is coming. If it breaks this zone, then it's trouble ahead. Because then it will form, if it breaks the zone and goes here, then it will form a box range and then go down further. So that's how I look at Titan. Next, we'll be taking a look at Hindustan Copper. Now, Hindustan Copper has ended up doing badly in the past week due to the fact of what happened with the copper markets and Trump. So that news came in and it ended up taking Hindustan Copper down. Now, I personally hold CE cells of Hindustan Copper and I had opened them roughly this point and they're in a profit. Now, how I look at it, Hindustan Copper, if it breaks the low of this big price bar, then it will be making a dip to 255 and 250, which are very important support zones. This is if it breaks these support zones, 243 is next, but then 231 is also going to be next. So how I look at it, most likely if it breaks this, then it will be going down to here. If it does not break this, then it will sort of end forming a box range between the middle of this price bar and the low of this. The only if it breaks the middle is when it can be considered that yes, it can have a bounce towards this resistance levels. So what I'm going to do actually in the coming week, I'm going to tighten my stops, profit stops basically on Hindustan Copper. And since I already hold CE cells in it and they're profitable, I'm going to be looking that if it breaks this support, let it go towards 255 and 250. And if I see some momentum of it holding there, I will also sell P's. So that way I will have got C cells which are in a good profit and then P cells which can also enter a profit if a bounce happens. So that's how I look at the bigger picture. However, if it breaks 250, this stock is going to be in real nasty trouble and all the levels are on the screen. So you can take a look at it from that perspective. After which now we'll take a look at HDFC Bank. Now, HDFC Bank I've chosen to cover, I've covered it in fact many times when I look at it in the past few weeks because it seems to be getting one problem after another. Share price is not falling because the whole market is in a box range. If you take a look at HDFC Bank, for example, from 22nd April, it's been in this range. It tried to come out of it on the upside, then it just formed a new box range. So technically from 22nd April, this stock has not had a move on the upside or the downside. However, how I look at HDFC Bank, it has not been able to rise upside because there's been scandal after scandal. Number one, the Leelavati Hospital accusation on its chairman, CEO, one of them came of siphoning of money, debt. Number two, now over this weekend, an accusation has come that they've been misusing NRI fixed deposits and basically theft of money has been happening. So now we will have to see on Monday how the stock decides to react to that news. However, how I look at it, I will have to zoom into this one because it is a very tight range. How I look at it, as long as it is between this price bar of mine, this big blue one, as long as it's between 2026 and 197, I'll get it exactly because there are two prices showing there. Yeah, between 2026 and 1983, this is a box range that you're not going to get anywhere. However, if it breaks 1983, then it will fall to 1963. And that's a very important support because if it breaks 1963, it's going down to 1935. So how I see, I don't hold any position in HDFC Bank, but I'm going to be watching it on Monday. If I see 1983 breaking, then I will most likely go and sell calls. But due to how HDFC Bank has been holding the range despite the two scandals now which have hit it, I will sell calls only above this point. Basically, or if you want to go more aggressive, let's say I might drop to $2,000. But I'm not going to go and sell calls above this because they'll be too aggressive for stock that has been holding the thing too well. Plus, if you're a day trader and you are day trading the indices, Bank Nifty, HDFC Bank, and Reliance, for example, you will know that whenever the market wants to fall, you will see a sudden uptick come in HDFC Bank, which will then get melted away after a few minutes. But that will not allow the market to fall beyond whatever the range is we are in from 13th May. We are in a range in the indexes. Now it's 13th July. So 13th May, 13th June, 13th July. We have reached 2 months of being in the same range, and that is largely due to how the whole picture is being handled by HDFC Bank and Reliance. So due to that, if I have to sell Cs, I'll be very cautious in this. If I have to sell Ps also, then I will go and sell below, let's say 1963, or if it holds. But I won't sell Ps until we get a clear sign. And if you're an equity trader, I don't think HDFC Bank is worth the risk right now because there's too much going on in it. And I believe HDFC Bank is being used more for index management today than actually investing. Because as a day trader, I am seeing, if you open the 5-minute chart of the Nifty Bank Nifty with HDFC Bank on the side, and you will see what I'm talking about. It is literally like every time the indexes want to fall, it is stopped using HDFC Bank. Every time they want to rise, it stopped using HDFC Bank. So this is the reason I'll be very cautious with option selling in a stock that is being used so heavily for that. Equity, that's also why I'm not thinking anyone should, because HDFC Bank, as I said, has been in this box range from 22nd April, even before 13th May, which the indexes have been. So entering it is sort of entering a thing that has been stuck for God knows how long now. It's more than 3 months. So that's it for all the 3 stocks. If you like the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell. Thank you.